Well, this is scary. There's probably people out there watching this, maybe in a couple of minutes. Nobody even expected this. This is sometimes you have to expect the unexpected, and that's what we're going to do right now. 16, 17. We're just going to wait. We're going to percolate. Percolate. Going to drum up some. There's two people. Those are my two favorite people. Whoever's in here right now, that's my two favorite people. So, two people that are in here. We have some big news. And I just want to share this with you. Somebody eyeballed Justin there. Stop using big words. Okay, Justin. You better watch out. You're going to get roped into this, Justin. There's been talk. There's been chatter. So SWI is finally going to do something that we have talked about for a very long time. And we are going to put on a training, but it's not going to be a training like everybody else has done, because we don't want to do what everybody else is doing. You're already getting that somewhere else. We want to provide something different, something that adds value to what you're doing and can help you move your business forward. I don't want to do anything that's already been done out there. So the cups aren't straight. Now they're coffee cups. They're on a hanger. They're not supposed to be straight. So what we want to do is we want to do something completely different than what is already being done. And so we look around and we look at all the comments that we get on YouTube. We look at the comments we get on Facebook, and where we feel like people are struggling, and that's where we want to try and add the value that we can. And so that's what we're going to do here. It's not going to be free. Everything we do on YouTube, if you want to learn this stuff on YouTube, we give all that content away for free. That's not what this is. This is going to be the only event that we charge for. Everything else that we do is 100% free, and we love to keep it that way. This helps us. I guess this is kind of proof of concept to see whether or not people find value in what we're doing, and see if there's an interest in learning more about some of the stuff that you don't get out of YouTube, that hands-on stuff that you really can't understand until you go there and you do it and you see it and you feel it and you touch it, and if you just want to be with great fence people. So that's more what this is all about. And so we've kind of narrowed it down. We've been talking about this for a couple months now, and it's maybe a little bit last minute, but hopefully there's still some time before the spring rush for people to get in and participate in this training. So let me tell you what we're going to do here. This is going to be called the SWI. It's the SWI-T GSD Spring Training Camp. That's what we're calling it. We came up with that. We put a lot of time and effort into this, the naming of this, probably more than we will into the event. It was a good 5-minute conversation what we're going to call this thing, and people just threw some stuff out and we're like, okay, that sticks. That's good enough. Because we don't care about what it's called. We care more about the content that's in it than what we call the event. So what we're going to do in this event, we're going to have seven different things that you can choose from. It's going to be a 3-day event, and you can find that. Let's just show you. I guess maybe I can present. Let me pull it up and I'll show you where you'll be able to see all this information. Got a couple different places here. I'm super prepared. I just wanted to get the information out there. There's been a lot of people bugging us about this, and I didn't want to delay. So I will try and present my screen if I can figure this out. Share screen. Yep. And we're going to go to right here. All right, so you can see this is our homepage. Most of you guys know this is where you can go to get all the great tools and everything. So we've spent a lot of time and a lot of effort, because our website kind of sucked. When you got on here to buy tools and stuff from us, it kind of sucked. So we spent a lot of time and effort into this. And one of the things that we added just down here at the bottom, past all of this stuff, and it's the calendar. So if you want to see any events that we have coming up, we have the calendar. And if you'll see, we have the 11th through the 13th, right before Mother's Day. So there's enough time to get home for Mother's Day. You can, we'll probably plan this so that you can catch a flight out of Denver, maybe late. If you're going to fly, maybe late Saturday night, so you can make it home for Mother's Day, because that's important. So anyhow, we're going to do a spring training event. We kind of trying to cram it in with all the graduations and everything else that goes on in the spring. but it's Wyoming. And so the weather's very chaotic, and we didn't want to get it in the middle of summer when you guys didn't have the time to really get there and enjoy what we're trying to do. So you can click on this link here and it'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing. If you forget everything that I've told you here, you'll be able to see that there. And I will probably add a link, not probably, I will add a link to the registration in that. So we'll go ahead and not share that anymore. And I'll show you what we're going to do. So this is going to be limited to 10 students per class. We're going to teach, really, I think we're going to limit it to 50 people. I just don't feel like I've done enough training with other people. I feel like if you get too many people in a class, there's not enough people that are really focused. You get students, there's 20 people there. A couple people dominate the conversation, a couple people really pay attention, and then everybody else is having sidebar conversations. And what we really want you to do is get your money's worth out of this. So we are going to limit it to 10 per class per day and 50 students total overall. That's it. Students, and I say students, but really we're all students, including myself. We learn just as much from this stuff as the people that come, because it's a sharing of ideas. And there's a lot that goes on here, although we are the ones facilitating this particular learning and choosing the subjects. So this will be held in Cheyenne, Wyoming at our facility. So you'll have an opportunity, if you come out, to tour our facility, meet our people, ask them what we're doing that's good and what we are doing that sucks. You can find out whether or not we've got a good business and talk to the people that have helped us create it, because most of those people have been here for a very long time. We'll have this training in part at our shop there in Cheyenne off Fox Farm Road, which should be really easy to get to from Denver International Airport, or I think you can fly right into Cheyenne. And then part of it will be held at Alan's house. He lives just outside of town, and he'll have a little bit more room for us to do some training. So the major topics that we're going to cover here, you guys ready for it? We're going to talk about sighting posts. So we're not going to talk about it. We're actually going to do it. We're going to show you how to get rid of the strings. And I've actually named all these courses. I should not have minimized that, because I had all that stuff up, and then I went and ruined it. So I will get back here and I will show you what we have. Not show you. I'll show you. I'll just share the screen again. I can do that. I have that power. If I can figure it out. I did it once. I feel like I can do it again. Yeah, maybe that one. That one looks good. Now, if I can figure out where they're part of this one. That's not it. Oh, golly. Muddling around. There we go. Okay. So if you go to the home page here, we'll go back down to the calendar, events calendar. Then we'll go to May. And so here's what we've called it. So harnessing the sun is the first course, and this is going to be a solar swing gate installation. We're going to do start to finish solar gate installation. We will not hang the gate, but you will see how to run your conduits. Basically, we'll talk about conduit placement and all of the stuff that we need to have in place and all the safety that we need to consider to do a good solar installation. The manufacturer of that is yet to be determined. So if you're one of the manufacturers and you'd like to sponsor this event, we'd love to talk with you, but we're looking for a good sponsor there. The second one is going to be called Doing the Electric Slide, and that is going to be a slide gate installation. So anybody looking to get into slide gate, or we'll probably end up doing an aluminum slide gate rather than a cantilever gate, and show you why we prefer the aluminum slide gates. But we'll probably automate that. Not probably, we will be automating an aluminum slide gate at that facility or at that time. And we won't, again, hang the gate, but we will automate the gate and show you all the things to consider. when you're doing that, so that you can do so safely and reliably. That one will be powered by a 120 volt. The other gate on the swing gate side, if you register for that course, will be 100% solar. So I'm thinking of the people that are in the ag industry and they're doing a bunch of ag fencing and stuff like that, and they're constantly getting questions from people that want to do a swing gate and they just don't know where to start. This will be a good probably good drink from the fire hose. You may not be 100% ready to do that, but at least you'll have seen it once. You'll know how to terminate conduits. You'll know how to terminate wires. You'll know how to do things properly, and you'll know the things to watch out for, so that you don't look like some half-ass ghost control farm supply gate operator install. So we want to teach you guys how to do the right thing and to serve your customers well by installing a gate that's both functional long-term and safe. So the third one is called ditching the string. It's going to be where we teach you how to sight in posts, and both for a horizontal alignment and vertical alignment without a string. So we'll teach you all the secrets that we know about that. We'll probably get into some curves, hopefully, and that will be a one-day course. And this fourth one's called Grandpa's Dead, and so are his methods. It's going to be ag fence for the 21st century. So low carbon steel fence is totally overrated, and it's not the way we do fencing. We'll have some good tools there. We'll have some good pounders there, and we'll show you different ways that you can go about installing good high quality ag fence without the standard H brace, and proper termination of knots, how to tie proper termination knots. And that, hopefully, with any luck, if Justin Neri wants to sign up and help us put this thing on, then we'll probably rope Justin Neri and maybe Ryan Sloop. Maybe we can get Schaefer down here. But we'll make sure that you have some good teachers there. I feel like I'm underqualified to teach that, but I think that there's some really good people in the industry that will be there to teach that. Ryan's kind of checking his schedule, but he's who we have on tap for that. Justin Neri is also very good at that. So Justin, since I know you're watching, hit me up if you're interested in coming down and touring the facility and teaching some ag fence. The fifth one, I think, is called The Engineer Said What, and that's going to be a blueprint reading and how to get into commercial estimating. So we get a lot of questions about people that say, oh, I do residential fence. I have no idea how to get into commercial fencing. I don't know where to find the plans. I don't know how you guys find jobs. I don't know how to read the plans when they're this thick. I have no idea how to do any of that stuff. So that's going to be a lot about how to read those blueprints, and we will cover Adobe in that course. So if you plan on registering for this and you want to take that course on blueprint reading and how to get into commercial estimating and commercial project stuff, then you will absolutely have to have a subscription to Adobe Acrobat Pro before you show up for that, because we'll be showing you how we use that in our business to do all of our takeoffs and stuff like that. So it should be a good course for those people looking to step up their game and maybe get into some commercial project stuff, and how to weed through project manuals that are that thick. So John Wathy asked, when are these dates? These are May 11th through the 13th. So it's the best dates that we could come up with. It's not ideal because it is right before Mother's Day, but it is what it is. It's really tough to make everybody happy. So the sixth course is called Digging Is So Yesterday, installing fences using the no dig method. So we'll be showcasing our aluminum I-post products. We'll be showing you how we install aluminum fence without digging holes, and then also how we install vinyl fence without digging holes and using our no dig methods. So that should be good. I know there's a ton of people wondering how they can do that, how it works. We're going to show you how to do it in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and probably show you a little bit how you may determine whether or not this will work for you in your area at that time. So if you're at all interested in how to stop digging holes for fences and stop hauling concrete bags and doing all that other nonsense that people have been doing for decades and build better fences, then that is the course for you. Big time. So that's going to be one of the courses. Like I say, all these are one-day courses, so you basically have to choose 3. There's 7 courses, and the 7th is going to be Firefighting is Stressful. It's how to streamline your operations with good management. We know that a lot of people are trying to grow their business. They don't know how to maybe go from having an owner operator with a couple people to growing it to a larger scale. And we're going to talk a lot about that and how you put the processes in place so that you can manage all that growth and manage the people when you have the good people to help you get everything done. So that's what that's going to be. It's going to be more of an operational look at how we run our business. And then in the evenings, we'll probably have some events. We'll have some roundtable discussions. We'll provide all the lunches. We'll provide all the dinners. Hotels on you. And just make sure that you have a great training. So that's what we're going to do. It will be limited to no more than 50 people. We just don't feel like you're going to get one of the courses. Somebody wants to know if the courses, I don't know who this guy is, but New England man, I like you. That's a guy. That's a man after my own heart, because we should probably just start every day with dessert. I think that's how Kellogg's cereal came about. But at any rate, what we want to do is make sure that there's a good training opportunity. And as I said in the beginning, if there's too many people on a course or too many people trying to learn the same thing at the same time, not enough people get a chance to have their hand on things and really grasp the concept. And by the time you go home, we want you to have a really good, firm understanding of all these and hopefully feel like you could go and do it in your own business after we're done. So I've done trainings like this before where we went to people and we did trainings at their place. This is going to be at our place. So it's a little bit more, probably maybe per person, it's a little bit more expensive. And this is not tailored, I wouldn't say, towards your entry level people. This is going to be high level. This is going to be for people, maybe business owners that are looking to take it to the next level and get into gate operators, or they want to know how they could potentially install posts without a string, or they want to get into no dig fences. So a lot of good stuff that I would say this is going to be much higher level than entry level. I would not send an entry level person to this. This is business owners or your key people that you really want to gain additional knowledge and hone their craft in the fence business. So that's who this is geared towards. Definitely not entry level. And I hope you guys get some value out of it. If only 30 people register, we're still going to do it. So we're committed to this. We're committed to making sure that we provide the value we say we're going to provide. And like I said, if you just want to learn for free, keep watching the YouTube channel. That's what it's all about. That's what it's there for. If you want to ask us questions in person, this is a great opportunity to be able to do that. We'll try and make ourselves available every single evening, and maybe even have a kickoff dinner on the night of the 10th for people coming in. So I think that'd probably be a good idea. We didn't talk about that, but guess what? Just like that, I can make those decisions. It's done. Kickoff dinner, the 10th. And so it is done. So I hope some of my people are watching this so they can remember that I just said that, and we make sure that happens. So that's all I have. Let me make sure I got all the questions. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Sign up, and I will put a link if you go to swifence.com and you click on, like I say, all you have to do is scroll down. It's on the homepage. You just have to go down to the events calendar, and in here we will provide a link to where you can register. I would suggest that you do so very quickly, because the reason we're doing this is because there was a bunch of people that told us they really wanted to learn some of the things that we talk about, and they didn't feel like they could get that from watching YouTube. So this is what that's all about, and this is your opportunity. I don't know if I'll have another one of these. I guess it'll depend on how well this one goes. But if it goes well, we'll do it. And if it doesn't, then this may be the only event we ever hold. This is also your opportunity to come to Cheyenne, Wyoming. And maybe if the weather's really nice, you could even go to Yellowstone afterwards. You know, maybe bring the family or something like that. If Mother's Day is really a big thing for you and you're worried about making a home, bring her with you. There's things to do in Cheyenne. Denver's there. Fort Collins is great. So there's plenty of things to do in that area. And if you've never been to the Rocky Mountain region, it's beautiful. Or it could not be. It's a really sketchy time of year there. We just don't know what we're going to get. So this is going to be in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Somebody's asking where this is. Definitely Cheyenne, Wyoming. And the cost to get in, There is no cost just to get in because it's not like there's going to be anything to do if you're not in the classes. So you could certainly come and hang out, but you wouldn't get anything of it because to get anything, you really need to participate in the classes. So the cost to attend is $3,000, and you get to pick 3 courses. We'll probably do some equipment demos there as well, and definitely have an open house so you can see how we set up our shop. Maybe you'll get some trinkets out of that, and how we, basically how we run our shop. We'll talk about inventory. We can talk about Lightspeed if you're interested in inventory, our barcode system for doing all of our inventory. All that will be open book to anybody that comes down here. So we don't plan on hiding anything from anybody, and really letting you guys take a good look at how we do things. So that's really all I have to say about that. And I hope you guys are interested in that. And if you have any questions, hit me up. You guys probably have all my information on Facebook. You can always call the office at 307-754-8166, and they can also get you the information. And Tony, I forgot to tell you, now Tony's kind of late to the game here, but we're hoping that Tony is going to join us if he has. So if Tony has the time, we'd love for Tony to join us. We're talking about maybe having him teach some of the operations stuff, but it's going to be based on his schedule. So Tony, look me up after this and let me know if you're available. This is May 11th through the 13th in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So we just need to get these dates out of here because we know that the time is coming quick, and everybody has to make plans. And this is already pretty short notice for this type of event. So we'll see if we can pull it off, but I really feel like we can. I feel like that it's going to be a good group of people, and hopefully some people that are kind of high up in their organizations, so that we can really boost the skill level of the long-term people that have been there. Again, this is not something that I would send your green people to. That's AFA's training class is really good for that. This is going to be much higher level. So they need to have a clue when they show up, and a really good attitude and want to learn, because that's what this is all about. So I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for tuning in. Share this with anybody you think might be interested in it, because this will be probably one of the best training opportunities that you'll ever have to do some of the things that we're talking about. I've never seen anybody else train on how to eyesight post in. So a lot of people have no idea, and that's why they're scared of it. It's because they don't know how. That's why people are scared of gate operators, is because they don't know how. That's why everybody's scared of everything, is because they just don't know how. That's why people are still hard stapling wires, because they don't know how to use the right equipment for ag fence. So that's it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try and up the bar. That's what it's all about. And the best way that we have, and where our expertise, where we feel like our expertise is, and some of the expertise of our friends is. So hope you guys have a good dang night. I'm going to sign off. It is just a little after 9 here, so I'm ready to go chill. But I wanted to get this information out to you. So have a good night. We'll catch you later. You have a good dang night.